Beverly Johnson.
From Leave It to Beaver, I'm the Beav himself, Jerry Mathers.
Hi, from the Harlem Globetrotters, I'm Sweet Lou Dunbar.
From Blossom, I'm Jenna Von Roy, here to play the game that's the star of every party, Scattergories.
And here's the guy that keeps us all in line, Dick Clark.
Hi, thank you. Welcome once again. It is time for Scattergories, the game that everybody's playing these days. You've met the stars who are going to play the game along with our players. Let's say hello to them right now. Our championship women's team has won $4,500, captained by Diane Surak. And that's reason to celebrate. Who are you playing the game with? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, before I moved out to California, I did the advertising for an Atlantic City casino. And this is Roxanne on my left, and she is a disc jockey in the evening. Claudia once worked as a tortilla smuggler on the Mexican border. And Lori took time off to have a child, and lo and behold, she had two. She had one right after the other.
I was going to say simultaneously?
No.
They weren't twins.
No, that probably would have been easier if they were.
Believe you. Well, no. That's another story for another day. Lori, nice to have you all with us here. Ron, your last name is Gould?
Gould, yes.
And you have been elected captain of the team over there. Who have you got with you?
First off, I'm a creative genius, father of two, and it's my birthday today.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. To my right is Eugene Glasgow, a former milkman from Nashville, Tennessee. Next is Max Green. He's in freelance public relations. At the end is Oscar Soldevilla, born in Havana, Cuba. He's an apartment manager and a bartender.
Nice to have you guys with us. Diane, I don't want to distract you. You dropped something on the floor. Are those your notes, or is it anything vital that you need? It's just the notes on your teammates? Oh, fair enough.
Thank you.
We're, as you know, dealing with categories here. We're going to play a couple of rounds. The team with the most points at the end wins $500. The jackpot today is a $4,000 bill. There's no such thing as a $4,000 bill, but we'll write you a check for it. We'll go with round number one. And gentlemen, since you're just starting off, we'll start with you. The subjects here are subjects you talk about on a first date. And you'll have time to fill up the cards. 6 answers here, and if you can, it'll be with the letter F. Ready and go. Yes, sir.
Friends.
Yes.
Family. Friendship.
Okay, losing it here, Ron.
Fondling.
And Max?
Fun.
Okay, one more.
Fraternity.
All right. What did you say? What was the last one? Fraternity? All right, fair enough. These are subjects to talk about on a first date. Ladies, they have suggested here friends, family, friendship, fondling. Yeah, I don't hear these things when they happen.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't talk about fondling on your first date? Fun and fraternity. Ladies, please help me here.
Yeah, I don't think fondling.
Fondling. I don't know.
You do it, you don't talk about it. Yeah.
Right? You just,
What did you say? Fondling. She said you do it, you don't talk about it.
Do I gather that you will challenge fondling?
Yeah. It's kind of a weird thing to talk about.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Yeah. You just kind of...
subjects you talk about on a first date. The men have suggested fondling. The women say, no way, it's not a subject you talk about on a first date. Will you accept fondling, yes or no? It's a very, very liberal jury over here. I can see you as you pick her up the door and hand her flowers. Can we fondle? Where did you people come from? What is your background?
I bet you none of them have ever brought
Let's see, what do we have here? 7 points so far. Gentlemen, let's go to the celebrity board here. Ron, which one do you want?
I'd take Sweet Lou, please.
Sweet Lou. Hey, before we do that, I've been looking at him for the last few times around. What is that massive thing behind him? Is that the Forum, Madison Square Garden? What is it? Madison Square Garden? He's there all by himself? Oh, there were a lot of people around him at the time? Or we cleared out a little spot for him. All right. Sweet Lou, we're talking about subjects you talk about on a first date. And we've listed all of the words up there, and the guys are hoping you don't say any of them.
Okay, well, when I go into a first date, I need to know, about the future. Will it be bright or will it be dim? So I need to know about the finance.
Finances. All right. Fair enough. You pick up a point. Eugene?
I think I'm going to try Beverly, please.
Beverly Johnson. Every man's fantasy is to have a date with this woman, right?
That's why I chose her.
Yes. Let's see what she says.
oh, I don't know if you talk about those things on the first date, but one thing that I would talk about on the first date is how one has fun.
There it is. Sorry about that. Max?
I'll go with the beef. Jerry.
The Beeve looks a little upset right now. Take a look at this face. What are you thinking about, Jerry?
Maybe sometimes you talk about where you ought to go, like a film.
All right, fair enough. Oscar, it's up to you. Is it Jenna Von Oy or is it Judge Wapner?
I think it's been a long time since a judge had a first date, so
But he remembers it well.
maybe he'll forget.
It was a vintage date. Tell us, Judge.
In today's society, I'm confident on a first date you talk about fondling.
Judge Wapner? Is nothing sacred? We'll be back. All right, ladies, once again, we return, and it'll be your opportunity. I think it's a good phrase. Opportunity to pick up some points. You guys have 7 points. It is the very same category. Subjects you talk about on a first date, you'll have the same amount of time, so forth, 6 answers and all of that. But this time, it begins with the letter P. Go. Roxanne.
Parents.
Diane.
People.
Lori. No. Anybody else? Claudia.
Policy.
Lori.
Politics.
Roxanne.
Phone numbers.
Diane.
Psychology.
Okay, I think we've got them all now. Subjects you talk about on the first date beginning with the letter P. And the women have suggested parents, people, policy, politics, phone number, and psychology. All right, there we go. Let's see what the gentleman had to say. Nothing wrong with that, is there?
Pass.
Yeah, safer. 7 to 6 especially. The audience wanted you to fall for that, but we'll see what happens. All right, ladies, we go to the celebrity board now. Diane, let me call out the judge, and Beverly, and Jerry, and Sweet Lou, and Jenna, and you may select one, and we will commence.
Well, we said such safe things. I'm going to go with Judge Wapner because he's going to
That shocked me the last time, I'll tell you. Judge, subjects to talk about on a first date, we have them listed in front of you, sir. What are you going to say?
I'm sure on a first date that we talk about petting.
Yep, all right.
Isn't that a euphemism for fondling?
You can see where the judge's mind was running that day.
Judge Wapner.
You're bad. You're really bad. All right, Roxanne, where now?
I'm going to go with Sweet Lou. He did me right last time.
All right, Sweet Lou, what do you talk about on a first date?
Well, things you talk about on the first day with the P, well, you need to know what you're getting into. How big is this guy? And how little is this lady? I think the parents.
Scared the daylights out of me, I'll tell you. I don't know, Judge, if I can finish this round. I think I'd like to quit while we're ahead. Claudia, where would you like to go?
Jerry.
Jerry. All right, Jerry's a safe bet for anybody. Subjects you talk about on a first date beginning with the letter P.
Well, I'm an old married man, but when I did date, sometimes we talk about politics.
Politics. Oh, sorry about that. Lori, it's is that score now 7 to 5?
I'll go with Jenna.
Jenna Von Oy from Blossom. Jenna, you're in that situation of first date still. What do you talk about?
If it was somebody I really trusted on a first date, I might discuss personal problems.
All right, fair enough. That picks up a point. 7 to 6. The game is tightened up a little bit. We go to round number 2, where things will be worth a couple of points, so things will change right after this.
Hey, Dick, that's a good jury. Can I borrow them for People's Court?
TV's most fashionable host, Dick Clark.
A heck of a credit from Beverly. That's very nice. Thank you, Beverly, very much. We are ready to go with round number 2. This time everything will be worth 2 points. Team with the high score wins $500, and the jackpot is worth $4,000. And who's... Oh, ladies, you're behind. 1 point. Not too serious, however. Let's move ahead, if you can, with something kids do to get their way. Things kids do to get their way. beginning with the letter C. Roxanne.
Cry.
Yeah. Claudia.
Pass.
Next. Anybody? Diane.
Cause trouble.
Right. Lori.
Chase.
Chase. Mm-hmm. Claudia.
Cough up blood.
Next. Wait a minute. Let's just think about this woman in her childhood. In order to get her way when she was a kid, she would cough up blood. Was that all we got was cry and cause trouble, chase and cough up blood? Was that all they could come up with? Gentlemen, you going to buy those answers? They all look good to me.
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't challenge those if I were you. I mean,
Thanks, Dick.
I can't see anything wrong with any one of those.
I have a problem with coughing up blood. No. Yes, I do. Happens often.
Was that you, Claudia?
It was a good answer. Are you a mother, Claudia?
Jury members, we know what the answer is, but just for formalities, we'll run through it. She said coughing up blood is what kids do to cause trouble. The guys say, no way. Will you accept it, yes or no? You say? Truly one of the desperation answers of all time. Where do we stand now? 12-7. We'll take you over to that celebrity board in a moment or two. Ladies, right now, let's go to the guys with the same subject. Something kids do to get their way, beginning with the letter P. Ron.
P.
Yes, Oscar. Eugene. Ron.
Problemate.
Yes.
Rant.
Max.
Pretend.
That word was problemate.
It was that word.
All righty. The gentlemen have suggested some things kids do to get their way as pee, pout, press, pretend, problemate, and prance. Ladies, I have a feeling you may have a challenge.
Oh, yeah. We're going to challenge.
I'm sorry, just a moment, please. Eugene?
The word was priss, like
Oh,
priss
priss.
around, priss, not
Priss. My mistake. All right. Pee, pout, priss, pretend, problemate, and prance. Ladies, you can knock out about half of those if you work on it. Diane, which one do we start with?
We're going to start with problemate.
Problemate.
I've never heard of. Right.
I will not endorse nor deny, since I know what they're going to do anyway. Jury, will you accept problemate, yes or no? Unanimous again. Now, was there anything else over there?
Is it priss? Is it priss or priss and prance?
Priss and prance. Hit them both. Wipe them off. Come on.
Prance to get your way.
Don't fool around with them. Kill them.
No.
Okay, a decision, ladies.
Definitely priss. We're going to challenge priss.
Chris, jury, the guys in desperation, complete desperation, said something you do, kids do. You think I'm prejudiced, fellas? Well, it doesn't ever help. They do whatever they want to do anyway. Something kids do to get their way. The gentlemen have suggested priss. The ladies have said no way. Will you accept the word priss, yes or no? Unanimous. All right. Ladies, that's only the start of the fun. Roxanne, wipe them off the map. What is that, prance?
Prance.
Well, no.
Definition of
Think about that a minute. You want something real bad, and say, you jump around and
Well, let's hear the definition and see what the denotation really is.
Oh, prancing is like prancing around the room, hopping and skipping and jumping. You still want a challenge?
Okay. No.
Talk it.
Okay.
Guys, don't say I didn't help you a little bit. Chris, forget. All right, here we go. Let's even up here. It's 15-12. The women are behind, so you have an opportunity to go to the board now. And if you're ready, Diane, where to?
Oh, Beverly.
Beverly Johnson, one of the world's great models, discussing things kids do to get their way. Beverly, we have suggested cry, cause trouble, and chase. What do you say?
Yeah, well, I've got a kid. I have a 14-year-old daughter. And the one thing that she does to get her way with the letter C is connive.
Ah, all right. Roxanne, where to?
Let's go to the judge.
Here comes the judge again. Judge Wapner, what do you say?
Many kids get their way by complaining.
All right, good scoring. Picking it up now. Claudia.
Jerry.
Jerry Mathers, we're talking about things kids do to get their way at 16 to 15. You can help the ladies. What do you say?
Well, I don't really like it, but my kids cry.
Then knocks it back down. Sorry about that. Lori?
I'll try Sweet Lou.
All right, Sweet Lou Dunbar from the Harlem Globetrotters. We're looking for something kids do to get their way with the letter C.
You know, some things kids might do. I mean, I'm a Harlem Globetrotter. I wouldn't dare try to do a thing like this. I mean, but some kids would probably cheat.
All right, there you go, ladies. That puts you back on top, 16 to 15. Gentlemen, you need to find 3 new answers on the board to win the game. 3 answers. Ron, where do we commence?
Jerry Mathers as the Beaver.
All right, Jerry, we have up there as things they do to get their way, peep out, pretend, and prance. A couple of those he's sure not going to say. What do you say, Jerry?
Well, sometimes my daughters pout.
Uh-oh, that was one of them. Gentlemen, we've got to get all 3 now. Eugene, it's up to you. Where are we going?
Let's give Jenna a try.
Jenna Vonoy from Blossom. What do you say?
Something kids might do to get their way is plead.
There's one. We need 2 more. Max, where to?
I'll choose Beverly, please.
Beverly, it's in your hands. What do you say?
I have a teenage daughter, and what she does to get her way is she plots.
Oh, Oscar, you don't want this responsibility. Now, just think about it.
Well,
look at the channel. You got Judge Wapner and Sweet Lou Dunbar up there. P, pretend, and prance. You got to get somebody who isn't going to say those. The whole game depends on it.
come on, Sweetness. Sweet Lou.
All right, Sweet Lou, speak.
Well, you know, when I was a kid, I used to always go to bed real early, man, because I wanted to get a lot of things. And before I went to bed, I would always pray.
There you go. Gentlemen, congratulations. 1, 2, 3 in a row. Congratulations. Nicely done. All the best so far. Let's see. They've won $500. Now you won a lot more.
Yeah.
$4,500. Congratulations. We'll be back with the bonus round right after this. All right, so far so good, guys. You won $500. We can turn that into $4,000 in a moment with the help of my friends up here. Everybody gets a letter, a couple of words you come up with. When it's all said and done, if you end up with 3 screens, you've won $4,000. The category this time is things you associate with a college fraternity. We turn first to Judge Wapner and the letter H. Anybody? Ron.
Heroin.
Max.
Hedonism.
Beverly. B. Ron.
Babes.
Max again.
Beer bust.
Jerry. P, yes.
Panty
Oscar.
raid.
And Ron?
Pals.
All right, and Sweet Lou, letter is F. Let's go to
Freshman.
Oscar. Anybody else? Max?
Fraternal order.
Jenna, letter is S. Ron?
Sex.
Okay, we got, yes, we got a lot of interesting thoughts about things associated with a college fraternity. We have almost all of them. We don't get Jenna because there's only one answer there. Judge, are the other answers acceptable?
You can't accept heroin, the first H answer.
Heroin, all right. Will there be no debate about it? It's one of those hazy areas. Let's drop it out of there and go with Beverly and Jerry and Sweet Lou and hope that we can nail them all down for $4,000. Beverly, we are discussing things you associate with a college fraternity. The gentlemen have suggested beer bust and babes. She isn't going to say either one of those. You're safe with that one for sure. Beverly?
With the college fraternity, the letter B, booze.
All right, fair enough. Jerry Mathers. Letter P, please. We've got as our suggestions, pals and panty raid. What do you say?
Well, I was in a fraternity, but first I was a pledge.
There you go. Gentlemen, keep your fingers crossed. Hold a collective breath here. The letter is F. Sweet Lou, we have things you associate with a college fraternity. Freshman and fraternal order. I think you got this, guys. I really do. Let's see what he says.
You know, I think when you join a fraternity, there's a reason. I mean, maybe your social life is a little low. And you don't want to build it up. So I think you go there and get a little fun.
Hey, that's worth $4,000. It was close. Close. Congratulations. The grand total is $4,500. And we'll be right back with more Scattergories after this.